Hey, what's going on, guys? Let's do this problem right here. This question is asking find the cubic approximation for this function right here. So whenever they say cubic approximation, so when we have higher degree approximations, and if the question is asking for cubic approximation, right? So what we do is we take three derivatives and add them together. So that's going to be the concept. And here we are going to first, second, third. Actually, this is first, right? First, second, third derivative. So we have to put this one in this format, this question in this format, and then we have to calculate. So let's rewrite this one. So here, this a part is going to be this value, right? Instead of a, we replace 3 5 by 2. So now let's go ahead and write this one in terms of that. And if I write that, that's going to be f times f 3 5 by 2 plus f prime 3 5 by 2 over 1 factorial x minus a first power 1 plus f double prime, this is second derivative, and 3 5 by 2 over 2 factorial x minus a square plus f third derivative 3 5 by 2 over 3 factorial times x minus a cube, right? Now all we are interested in is this part right here, right? We take this part and find the derivative. Now let's go ahead and analyze these things. So first I grab this one, f3 5 by 2. So we know that f of x is given by sine x. So we can put f of x equal to sine x, and in the other side f of x, instead of sine x we put sine 3 5 by 2. X values given by 3 5 by 2. So we know that f of 3 5 by 2 is going to be equal to sine 3 5 by 2, and sine 3 5 by 2 is equal to -1. So this is going to be -1. Let's look at the first derivative, and if you take the first derivative for sine x, that's going to be cos x, right? So cos x, now we can put f prime 3 5 by 2, and that's going to be equal to cos 3 5 by 2, and that is equal to 0. Cos 3 5 by 2 is 0, and f double prime x, and if you take the derivative is for cos x, that's going to give you negative sin x, and negative sin x, and we are going to apply right here. This is going to be f double prime 3 5 by 2, and here we are going to have minus sine 3 5 by 2, and this is going to be minus, and sine 3 5 by 2 is -1, so this is going to be minus 1, that is equal to +1. And the third derivative of this one is going to be negative sin x, so that's going to be negative cos x, and f third prime of 3 5 by 2 is going to be equal to negative cos 3 5 by 2, and cos 3 5 by 2 is 0, so negative cos 3 5 by 2 is also 0, and this is 0. Now all we have to do is add all of them together, and if you replace, these two are 0, and we know that this one doesn't come, and also actually the first derivative, right? So this is first derivative is 0, so this one doesn't come, and also this one doesn't come. All we have to do is we just have to add these two together, and that's going to be the cubic approximation. And let's go ahead and add it. So we can say sine x is approximately equal to -1, because first derivative, sine x is -1, so we just put -1, and then this one we found out that is second derivative, we found out that is +1, so we are going to have 1 over 2 factorial. 2 factorial is going to be 2 because 2 times 1, that's going to be 2. This is 2, and then we have x minus a square. X minus a square. A square is a value is this one, 3 pi by 2. So this is going to be x minus 3 pi by 2 square. So this is third degree approximation, and this is also true for second degree approximation, right? Because for if the question asks for second degree approximation, we just have to add the second derivative and until this point, and that's going to be also same thing as this one, right? So that's how we do this kind of problems. I hope you guys find this video helpful. See you next time.